Hello everyone, welcome back to another review here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at Race and Rescue Red. Now this is the first time we're getting Red as a single since 2006, as with all other years he had been released in this deluxe form from 2011 up until when the deluxe line was discontinued in 2022, I want to say. Now, they were able to put Red back into 2-packs, such as with Stanley, and they re-released that pack in 2023 and 2024, but unfortunately this pack did not come back for 2025, and now we are stuck with this rescaled version of Red, looking much more like its 2006 counterpart. But is it any good? Well, let's find out. So let's move the cards out of the way and take a look at the packaging. So as you can see, we have his nice artwork. It is just his Cars 2 artwork, just obviously photoshopped to have the rescue decals. We have the Racing Rescue logo, the Cars logo, new for 2025. Now, Red is coming back in 2026 as a part of case A and B, so I'm sure it won't be too hard to find in doing that here. And I gotta say, he feels very, very heavy. He's definitely worth your buck, especially if you get him at Walmart for $3.97, because he is in the half case of Case W, which also includes highlights such as Rally Race Jackson Storm, Ryan Shields, the Vusey Racer from Cars 1, and Racing Rescue Sarge. So that's pretty cool. If you do see it, it's a good price because I have a Racing Rescue McQueen right here actually next to me, and he's okay. He's pretty decently heavy, but this guy, this guy here is quite a bit heavy, very, very heavy, even though he is just a single. And on the back, we have the other releases. We have Jackson, Chick, McQueen, and Sarge. I have reviewed these three. I have found Sarge, I've not picked him out yet, but I will hopefully do that soon in the future. So yeah, that about does it for the packaging. I'll be right back with Red all opened up. Alright, so here's Red out of the package, and I gotta say, he's looking really good at this rescue paint job. So let's show a quick appearance of where he appeared in the Racing Rescue book. And he's pretty much like the main character of this entire series because, he's a fire truck, and he's working with other fire or rescue related vehicles such as Sheriff, Sarge, who's a World War II veteran, and of course McQueen and Mattel obviously had to get into the action. But you also had like randoms like Adam Rodriguez and Morgan Martins, who shouldn't be there in Radiator Springs. I mean, this is a private event in Radiator Springs. I mean, why would you need to get Pistol Cup officials for this event line? But whatever. It's been talked to them a bunch of times, so I'm not gonna dwell on it any longer. But yeah, as I mentioned, he is getting a re-release in 2026. So if you missed him out this year, not to worry, he's coming back. But he will be a slight variant because that version in 2026 will be made in China. But however, it will look probably similar or even identical to the title released here. So, but fear not, he will come back very, very soon. Now taking a look at the diecast for what it is, you can see he does have a different expression from the normal Red. Of course, I have the 2011 to current day Big Red. This is also a Thailand variant, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this one flipped his eyebrows and closed his mouth on the Racing Rescue version. I'm gonna be honest, I think I like this one more. It just feels a little bit more, it had a lot more character. Just looks a little, stoic for my liking. It's not a horrible expression, but it's not my favorite either. You see, he has his fancy doodads and silver and stuff, which actually, yeah, they even painted this back portion here, because on the deluxe one, they painted silver. I mean, it wasn't good, as you can see, but they were so painted at least. But yeah, they just completely left that off. The spoilers was like, nah, I'm just gonna do it fun and just not do anything else in the back here, so it's a little unfortunate, but at least the nose is painted, so they got that right. Of course, we have the yellow wheels with the blue trim going inside of the wheels, which does look quite nice, I will say. It's a little messy, but it is common for Thailand wheels. We have the Racing Rescue logo and the stripes going across the front half. Now, unfortunately, the front half is plastic. This back portion is pretty much die-cast, but it's always been like that since the introduction of this larger Red. The front half was always metal, but the back portion was plastic, unfortunately. Yeah, you know what we also lost? We also lost a lot of the chrome silver details that Red normally has, because this is the deluxe version. Look at that. Look how shiny, chrome, and reflective this all looks. And this is Thailand, mind you. It's not like they stopped using the Chrome when they switched over to Tyler. No, this version of Red still had Chrome on him. But this Racing Rescue version, they completely ditched that in favor of this, like, cheap, soft gray, which, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but, I mean, which looks cooler. I bet you guys are leaning towards the Chrome one because, yeah, I don't know why they didn't do any of the Chrome as well, but it's been an issue with a lot of Racing Rescue cars. For whatever reason, they like using, like, gray in place of silver. Like, even the rally races, they all have gray accents instead of the silver. Now, for some reason, Jackson Storm has silver. I don't know why he was the only one that got it, but it's really confusing. But anyways, Rescue, we have the Rescue logo with some more stripes, diesel stuff, pipes up there, which I get lost. Actually, never mind. Those are always gray, so can't really fault the Racing Rescue version for that. But I do like the blue trim going across his sides here. And the good news is that they did outline the windows in black, whereas before they just left it gray. So that's one improvement I will give them credit for. Because we have his ladder with his hose, which can be turnable if this is a wheel fire truck. The red dot here, and we have the back, which again in that very cheap gray, but this awesome chrome silver. And we have the carburetor County 002 license plate, which I will say it does look a little cleaner on the Racing Rescue version compared to the regular version. And these dots are painted; they weren't painted on the original, so. Again, credit where credit's due. They did add some details, but they removed a lot of the detail, a lot of the chrome. Honestly, if in an ideal world, we would have kept the chrome on this guy but also painted those dots. But I mean, obviously that did not happen. And the bell here, nice silvery chrome, soft plastic gray. Yeah, I'll just do more of a comparison later on to the bigger version. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about with this red. But he does have all his doodads in there, which is pretty cool. And the same logo we saw on the other side. And here is the base, which Mattel is a big song made in Thailand. And again, also the silver base, gray base. So yeah, a lot of mixed feelings on red. He's pretty okay. He's a decent. He turned out decent. I thought he was gonna be a lot worse, but again, the lack of chrome on this guy kind of really brings it down for me because. And the expression, it's not that as good. It's okay, but I mean, this feels so much more full of life and more accurate to as a character. This just looks a little, eh. He doesn't look as excited. He looks happy, but he doesn't look as excited. So yeah, do a little bit more of a comparison with the big Sven. I will say, the eyes are a lot better on the Racing Rescue one because for whatever reason, my copy, the eyes are like really, really grainy, and you can see some waves going across, like TV static. They cleaned them up really well on the Racing Rescue version. Yeah, those parts. Again, those parts weren't really painted that good, but at least they painted. They made an effort. That's really bad. The mirrors here were always plastic. Oh, too far? Is it back in? Yeah, it was always plastic. The light bars. They still molded into the metal body, but I think this one looks a little better, maybe. Sorry if it's a little messy, but it's just very hard to get a larger character like Red in the frame because he's so big. So we're look at the lights. Ladder color did change slightly. It's more of a silverish gray, whereas here it's like a dark, cheap gray. So it's kind of crazy that the ladder here looks better on the Racing Rescue version than it does on the regular classic version. Yeah, lack of chrome really sucks. It really does. But again, I've kind of made that point very clear, so don't need to draw on it any further. And here he is with Adam Rodriguez. This is not the Racing Rescue version, but I don't think I'll be getting that one because like I already have this version. Why would I need to get a Racing Rescue version? But if I didn't have Adam, then maybe. But I mean, again, Physical Official. What are you doing in Radiator Springs? I always loved Adam though. I love his back, like how it's all dirty and whatnot. Apparently in the Racing Rescue version, they got rid of all that dirt. So, yay! So fun. See, Race, Fire, and Rescue. Radiator Springs Race and Rescue. So I mean, I guess he makes the most sense, but still not really. And these two are almost the same size, which is kind of crazy. Red's just a little taller, but the fact that him and Adam are the same size is kind of insane. And Mato too, like, it's kind of uncanny. Like, this almost doesn't feel right. Mato's like, I think the light bar is making him a little taller, but yeah, theoretically it should be like this. See, this feels a lot more with scale. This, I mean, it's not horrible, but like, I don't know. McQueen, I think with McQueen is a little better. Like, it's not as bad with McQueen because he's a shorter character. But yeah, they do look quite good next to each other. Gonna get Mato in the shot too, because why not? Hold up, can I? No, the hole's not deep enough. Let me try from the back. Okay, kind of from the back. It's kind of cool. That total is so versatile. So versatile. But yeah, your rescue team. For now, until I get Luigi and Guido and Sally and Sarge. And again, we can have them on the floor, but they didn't choose to do it for whatever reason. But again, that's a discussion for another day. So that does it for the review. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming content. See you all next time. Until then, this is Joe Quicktail signing out.